We're about to start on the biggest adventure of our entire lives. Today, we start our 6,000-mile journey from the southern portion of the Baja California Peninsula to Seward, Alaska. Over the next 3 months, we'll be experiencing beautiful beach camping up the coast of Baja, desert landscapes in Arizona, and the majestic coast of Oregon, all through British Columbia as we embark on an adventure of a lifetime to spend our summer in Alaska. So we're here in a beach called La Fortuna, and this beach has got a ton of history for us, and so we're gonna do a little story time about how La Fortuna helped formulate actually this whole YouTube channel. A little over 3 years ago, we had the most catastrophic breakdown that we've experienced in all our existence on the road, and it happened only 6 months into us going full-time. While we were driving down what is known as the East Cape Road here in Baja California Sur, we lost all propulsion due to a broken rear axle shaft. And when that axle shaft broke, it sheared the axle housing, causing us to have to remove the whole rear axle from under the truck while on the side of the road, have that axle brought into San Jose del Cabo, and left with a shop down here that took about 30 days to get the parts back to us. I am going to take you guys to the exact spot where we spent a total of 37 days broken down on the side of the road. When we lost our rear axle shaft, that was up by an area called Cabo Pulmo, which is where we're headed today. So we threw it in 4 low because I realized that it wasn't the transmission or the transfer case. The rear drive shaft was still spinning, but we weren't going anywhere. And we used 4 low to go about 40 more miles in order to get to this very spot here. And the reason we ultimately had to stop was our wheel bearing had gotten so bad that the rear right wheel was cocked. Gear lube was falling out, and our ABS light was going bananas because it was sensing all the metal shavings on it and trying to control where the power is being distributed to. So obviously quite beautiful, but also we were right on the road. So constantly had cars going by for 30 days, but we had this as our view for the entire time. Our friends Matt and Kayla joined us. They parked their their Class A over here. One cool story we were reminiscing on last night when we were at dinner here in La Fortuna was that one guy who delivers water to many houses further north on this road realized we were broken down. And so every day when he went by, he would spray the dirt road from probably about 100 feet back from where I'm standing to 100 feet in front. That way we wouldn't get dusted out. And so I would pay him for that kindness in beer at like 7:30 in the morning, because that's typically when he went by on his way to deliver water. But if you want to see more about our Broken Down in Baja series, go back to literally the first video we ever put out. The fact that we were broken down here, people have been telling us you should have a YouTube channel, you should have a YouTube channel. I'm like, got other stuff going on. But once we were broken down, it's like, all right, you have nothing going on. And we also had a very unique experience going on, a cool story to tell. So that also kind of kickstarted my desire to do a YouTube channel. And here we are 3.5 years later. Thank you guys for watching all our videos, or whatever amount of videos you watch. We truly appreciate it. It's super rad to know that anyone watches me mumble at a camera over and over again, not knowing when to stop, like now. But yeah, I just wanted to walk you guys back to the spot where we spent over a month of our lives broken down on the side of the road here in Baja. Now, like, how did we survive? There's a tienda up the street, which is a store. They had water, beer, some fruits and vegetables, but really our friends Matt and Kayla were the ones who allowed us to continue to live on. Their Class A motorhome that they came down here in, they'd take us into San Jose del Cabo, do grocery runs, composting toilet. We were able to deal with that by me burying my stuff in the deep desert back there. And today we're gonna get some redemption on the East Cape Road that we've never fully revisited since our broken axle shaft experience. The East Cape Road is gonna be about a 3-hour drive today, we were just told, to get to Cabo Pulmo. So we gotta get moving. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning now. And we're gonna start packing up and getting out of here. Off we go. 6,000 of miles to Alaska from here. Our friend Melissa behind us. She is in a two-wheel drive Econoline. It's the same one that I put the airbags on a week or so ago. And this East Cape road is known for being not like impassable by any means, but really rough. A lot of potholes and ruts that you're dealing with. And a lot of sections are one lane, which is what we're working with right now, but we got a quick stop here at the store soon. Well, that didn't take long for us to stop and pull over for food.
Hola, un arrachera taco, un camarón taco con harina.
Super burro, arrachera. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. La 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 la. Gracias.
Un arrachera super burrito y un taco de camarón.
And we could stop at Los, I don't know if you can pronounce it right. Frailes. Yeah.
Have you guys done Cabo Pulmo before?
I have 2 years ago.
And we like it a lot.
We were there one night, but we were broken down, so
Yeah, we had already started having axle problems, so
we were very
we weren't focused on
concerned,
fun.
yeah, with our truck. Find it already
Is that hot?
pureed too, rather than the actual
Yeah.
passion fruit. You don't get
super
enough out of
hot.
it.
There's a little spice.
Little
to that.
spice?
Yeah.
I could go for a little spice.
Yeah, if you want to snorkel within the park and you're
They make you wear
just going
life
from
vests.
shore, we actually had like park rangers
sure.
just randomly happened to be on the beach we were on and saw us.
Oh,
10K.
I don't know if that's a thing or not.
There's one place, I can't remember the name of it, one little campground that is all pretty tight. Like you kind of go on this road, you go down.
Lunch was delicious. We ran into our friends Mark and Susan, who we met down here. They got a truck camper similar to ours, and just happened to run into them in Todos Santos, and then a couple other times while I've been down here, the small circle of Baja. All right, so we got our friend Melissa stuck here. Just a refresher, two-wheel drive, Econoline, 250. And this is our first spot where the sand is definitely soft. The road is so tumultuous that you're rocking and rolling, and she is stuckzilla. Do you mind if I drive?
Yeah, go for it. Just when you move the clutch, make sure to pull it all the way, or not the clutch, the stick, pull it all the way in. Keep going. Yeah, you're blowing smoke, but this wheel's not turning. Maybe if I had tried to go up here, it would have been okay.
Yep, but you didn't know.
Yeah, I couldn't see. Sorry.
That's okay. I have a tow strap. Do you have one?
I do.
Is it easy to get to?
It's in that box.
Okay. You want to dig your strap out and I'll go get, I have like a soft shackle it's called, and then I'll probably just try and pull you up the hill.
Perfect. Sounds good.
All right, let's reconvene. All right, this is gonna be fun. Get to do some real recovery stuff. And I'm not the one stuck, so that's nice.
So I guess we're digging Melissa out or we're pulling her out, but she got stuck. First time this year.
Nice. All right. Be nice and straight. We don't want it wrapped. All right, hop in and we'll see if we can tow you out. Marissa, you're gonna be exterior camera girl. All right, I'm gonna move forward a little bit. I guess I got you. All right, on the count of 3, we'll start moving a little bit. Are you in drive?
I am in drive. Am I just slowly easing onto the gas when I count to 3?
Yeah, most importantly, just don't be on the brake.
Got it.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. And then we're just gonna go right up the whole hill. Tell me if I'm going too fast.
You're good.
All right, I'm gonna start to slow down and pull over here on the right.
Yay, she got out! Eric's a little covered in some soot.
A little bit of Mexico dust doesn't hurt anybody. All right, back on the road again. We'll see if Melissa gets stuck a second time. Got a super weird drop off over here on the left that is not terribly narrow, but just an example of how this East Cape Road is deteriorating. One thing I've been thinking about on this drive is how crazy it is that we did all of what we're doing today 3 years ago, but in front wheel drive.
The East Cape Road, other known as Cabo Camino Este, that's the actual name of it, but since it goes all the way from La Fortuna up to La Ventana, which is known as the East Cape. We're going up.
Stop. Slow. Yeah, there you go. Gentle throttle. Forward. A little bit. Stop. Right there. Yep. You're good. We wanted to make sure Team 2-wheel drive was going to make it in here before we came down. Did a little burnout action like a badass getting in here. And now we're going to bring the Cummins Camper in. Welcome to our home for the night. This is Los Frailes, which is an old fishing village. We've been here once before during our breakdown experience, another spot where we were in just front wheel drive. But I'm excited to go and walk around this place and actually do it with a clean conscience that we're not which is how we were feeling the last time. So ironically enough, I've seen this adventure class C down here when we went to these waterfalls. So we got a whole little reunion going on, even though we didn't talk to the guy, but yeah, no, the small world of Baja. So that drive took us 3 hours to go 17 miles. Now with that, we did have one incident of getting stuck. We had a bunch of people that we had to let pass because we're going slower than them, but ultimately, a really, really long drive. And I know I've repeated myself at this point, but I can't believe we did that in front wheel drive alone. That was nar. Did you recognize this RV?
No.
Either one of you?
Why?
We've been more than close to him, closer than this, at a past spot that we all went to together. All right, these guys are missing. They don't know.
I have no clue.
Remember the basketball court outside of that one iOverlander spot where you just parked on the street and we went to the waterfall the next day?
Yeah.
That rig was there.
That was the one that.
Wait, what town was that?
Oh, I don't remember the town name, but that was, remember we were driving through some low trees?
Yeah, they're from.
And then they were behind us, and then there was a Mercedes Sprinter that was also parked in the same area.
Oh, like off those dirt roads.
And then the two,
before
they had kids, and they went with
Yeah.
the kids, and they drove up to the.
Yeah, you got it.
I would never remember that it was that camp rig.
It's a very unique rig. It's one of the few four-wheel drive Class C motorhomes that are down here that I've seen.
It's so Class B.
That's what Eric would want.
That is not a Class B.
No?
No. Heck no.
I thought because it was a pass-through.
Nope. All Class Cs will have a pass-through.
They should.
If it has a cab over and it's not on like a van build,
Yeah.
it's a Class C. Marissa's chasing animals. We've got a couple horses and a herd of cows all coming through this arroyo where we're parked, and honestly, I worry about Marissa getting too close to animals and them getting pissed. Marissa, don't go to the herd of cows. Marissa, don't go to the herd of cows. So this is my fear when we're in Alaska this summer, is that a certain someone is not going to have enough respect for wildlife and is gonna be like, oh, cute animals. I'm gonna go be with the cute animals. Grizzly mom, roar, eats Marissa mid-trip. Then I gotta explain it. Then we got a Gabby Petito situation on our hands where things look bad, but in actuality, Brian Laundrie did kill her. We just watched the documentary that came out on Netflix, the new one. All right, well, if she gets kicked in the face, our own damn fault. All right, time for us to make some dinner. So tonight for dinner, we are having basically homemade chicken tenders with panko breadcrumbs.
Nope.
Pork rind breadcrumbs.
Oh.
There we go. And we're just kind of keeping it pretty simple here. And before we get the smoke alarm going off here, take that bad boy down. For those of you with RVs, do you guys keep your smoke alarms? I know a handful of people that don't do it. Jay, I'm talking about you. I hope you replaced yours. They're annoying, but they'll keep you alive.
I have a whole other round.
Japanese ketchup and Japanese mayo. And together, you get spicy mayo. Which, if you didn't know, spicy mayo is great with chicken fingers. Marissa's over there still working on round 2 of our chicken fingers, but I just could not wait to dive into eating some of these. They're super good.
I love pork rind breadcrumbs.
Yeah. Hits the spot.
A little Mike's Hot Honey, or we have Mike's Extra Hot Honey. Both options.
I've become so diluted to the Mike's Extra Hot Honey that I haven't even really dabbled with regular stuff. At first when we got this, it would burn my mouth off, but now I put it on stuff like it's ketchup. So this is kind of the real end of most nights for us. Marissa's up in bed watching Netflix. I'm down here just doom scrolling TikTok until my brain rots. And tomorrow, we're gonna wake up and do it all over again with a drive to Cabo Pulmo. So we'll pick you guys up in the morning. Good morning. We have been just working away here, spending our morning hours doing some stuff for our small business. Marissa's outside doing a workout. Hazy's down here getting his morning love. And we also have to deal with more stuff related to taxes. If you're a long-time viewer, you hear us mention the word taxes a lot. It's a key part of running your own small business, is dealing with the monthly and yearly taxes. Huh, buddy? But, oh. Otherwise, it is a beautiful day here in Baja. Super sunny. Marissa's, like I said, getting ready for a workout here. Buddy Melissa's over there working. We had a friend of ours stop in last night, Matt, who is now gone. He flagged our vehicle when he was driving through, like, oh, I should just camp here and hang out with these guys. And then later on, we're gonna head over to Cabo Pulmo soon. So, don't know what we're gonna do there today. The plan is at some point to do some snorkeling, but more than likely today is going to be just a small move day. And even though it's only, I don't know, 7 miles, it's probably going to take us an hour. And then we're probably going to grab some dinner and drinks in Cabo Pulmo. Probably one of the most obvious differences between the East Cape and where we've been all winter over on the Pacific side by Todos Santos is the coastal breeze and the overall temperature. On the East Cape here, it gets hot fast. Like, there is no cooling breeze coming off of the ocean. Whereas in Todos Santos, you get that sweet Pacific breeze, and then you've got these mountains on the other side that kind of trap the cool air and prevent it from escaping. But yesterday here, like, I sweat more than I've sweat in a long time. And the same thing happened in La Fortuna. Not a bad thing, especially if you were down here like December and January when it's real cold, but we're getting into the end of February here. It's starting to warm back up a little bit. And yeah, just a noticeable observation of the temperature difference between one coast and the other, which is, I think, why so many people choose to live full-time over on that Pacific side, where you get the constant coastal breeze. And that's why I wanted to buy land over there. And we're still sad about the fact that it probably isn't going to work out. Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that. Let's talk about it. So, land update. The situation with the land is the existing owner of it took out a small business loan with the Mexican government. That loan defaulted, and now the government basically owns her land. In order to have us eventually own that land, we would have to be comfortable with a document down in Mexico that would theoretically protect us, but we're not comfortable enough with shelling out an insane amount of money for something that we can't guarantee paperwork in hand. So it is looking unlikely for us to be buying property during this winter, and we're just gonna put it off till next year and hope that we can find our dream lot then. It never ceases to amaze me how long it takes to clean up camp when you've only been there for less than 24 hours. We're very good at making a quick mess. Yesterday we had a full-on disaster in the truck. The cat's litter box fell from the back seat onto literally everything. The whole back of our camper was covered in cat litter. So we spent an hour or so cleaning that up before getting ourselves actually ready to go. We had talked about an 11 a.m. departure time. It is now 12:30. The next thing we gotta figure out is Melissa's two-wheel drive van going to get out of this predicament without any help? Keep going, just keep going. All right. See, you don't need a four-wheel drive rig to get out here. You can two-wheel drive your life. We've got a spot sort of picked out for in Cabo Pulmo, but as usual, there'll be a certain amount of improvisation based on other people being there and also trying to accommodate Melissa's two-wheel driveness. Already today's drive is feeling much easier than yesterday's drive. That could change, of course, but it's pretty inland today. Not a whole lot of ocean views until we get to Cabo Pulmo. We've got our walkie-talkies going. Mine's charging, can't see it, but that way we can converse back and forth about what's going on. Glass bottles in the road, cars coming around the corner super fast, soft sand to watch out for. So the plan next is we are going to see about a snorkeling tour for tomorrow. We stopped at one of the many different scuba snorkel shops here in Cabo Pulmo, and we're gonna go see how much it's gonna cost us to see some pretty fishies and freeze our nipples off.
Okay,
So 8:30 here. So everything in the boat gets wet. I recommend you guys don't take too much stuff.
Okay. Sitting over there.
Gracias. Mezcalita, por favor. Con tajín. Alright, so we figured out which snorkeling tour we're going to do tomorrow. So we leave at 8:30 in the morning and we get a hot shower at the end. It includes all the equipment that we need, whether it's snorkel gear, wetsuit to stay warm, hot tea and hot coffee out on the boat, fruit and snacks, fins, all for 60 bucks because Marissa negotiated us through the different snorkeling places that we went to how much she was going to pay. So the first place was 1,600 pesos and ultimately we are paying 1,200 pesos. So 80 bucks down to 60 bucks. Cheers. Sí,
Sure.
Gracias. Sí, perfecto. Gracias.
So I didn't order a shrimp taco, but somehow I ended up with an extra shrimp taco. I definitely took advantage of it. Their bar for condiments and toppings here is phenomenal. Look at this. It is so good. Look at Eric's tacos.
So you don't see scallop tacos terribly often on the menu down here, but I decided to go for it and they're awesome.
I try a bite of this scallop one.
Yeah, it's worth it. I dressed it up nicely. Down by the camera. There you go. In the shot. So we got scallops in the Bay of Conception a few years ago.
It's so good.
And they were really good. They're always like super small, but we got a deal where we got a full kilo of scallops for like $12. I was gonna say US. It was a wild deal. The guy was literally selling scallops out of the back of his car. I'm glad we didn't pass up this taco opportunity.
That was really good.
Want a scallop or two? Pick them off of there. Welcome to Cabo Pulmo. This spot is known for being a retired RV park, I think, is the old adage. And now it's just a free area for everybody to park up in the area that wants to go scuba diving or snorkeling or any of those other things. And you need a place to stay that is outside of the National Preserve or National Park, however they verbalize it. The positive attributes of this beach area is super hard packed. You can get in here with a Honda Civic on 3 tires. The flaw to this beach is it's really not like a traditional sand beach. As you can probably hear and see, it's very rocky, very rocky. You got this big old rock dune that's in front of me, and then up and over it is the beautiful ocean. Check it out. The rest of our day we spent just hanging out here in the camper, eating and drinking. It was a little too windy outside to want to go and hang out on the rocky beach. And we also knew that we had to get up early in the morning for a big snorkeling adventure. I slept so well last night. I've been trying to do only 1 cup of coffee a day so that I sleep better, and it works, only having 1 cup. I'm about to go drop some garbage off in some trash cans. You wouldn't think that these remote beaches have any kind of amenities since they're free, but trash, recycling, somebody's able to take it. I mean, it goes wherever it goes here in Mexico, but at least they give us an ethical option. Bad news this morning is I feel like I'm starting to get whatever Marissa had. She went to Mexico City with some friends, got sick partway through the trip, came back with definitely cold symptoms, and now I got a runny nose and kind of some stuffy sinuses, which should really lend itself beautifully for when we go snorkeling today. And I'm in a mask, and I'm probably gonna be struggling to breathe well. Got a runny nose here while we're on camera. But what a beautiful morning. These temperatures here are perfect. Comfortable for sleep, 0 heat, 0 need for AC, just perfection. Welcome to the town of Cabo Pulmo. This is where we're going to be doing our snorkeling excursion out of. But we got to quickly get ourselves ready to go so that we're not late for a very important date. This is our snorkeling guide for today's excursion, Daniel. He's just going over with us the locations we're headed to and some of the rules about snorkeling in the National Preserve. They told us the tour would take about 2.5 hours, but in reality they had a huge surprise for us. We were told that it almost never happens where the gray whales come into Cabo Pulmo. But this year, we were in for a treat. Normally, if you want to see gray whales, you'll have to go to Guerrero Negro and take a tour out of there. But this year, we happen to luck out and have the gray whales coming right up to our boat, looking for pets from us and the ability to use the underside of the boat's hull as a way to scratch themselves. Super majestic creatures are incredibly inquisitive. All you had to do was tap your hand on the top surface of the water and they'd start coming over to you like a little puppy. Oh, look at the side. On the side. He's now upside down. Or she is upside down.
Yeah.
Va a respirar. ¿Vais a breathe? No, no, no. ¿Está boca abajo? Sí, boca arriba.
The snorkeling excursion we're on today includes 3 different stops. The whales were just a bonus. The first spot, the water was not very clear and super hard to get any kind of good footage. Here at spot number 2, the water was much more clear, with way higher visibility.
Not nearly as bad. Too late.
Our guide Daniel took us around the point and over towards Los Frailes, which was the beach we slept at 2 nights ago. The crackling sound that you're hearing is actually the sound of the reef. Daniel told us that the coral itself is constantly consuming, and that's the noise that it's giving off. We saw an assortment of different fish, from parrotfish to angelfish, a series of species that I really don't know what they are. Spot number 3 would have been swimming with the sea lions here at this particular rock, but the water was so cold that after 2 snorkeling spots, the whole group decided that we would just enjoy looking at them from the boat. Big thank you for watching this video all the way until the end. If you want to support us further, be sure to check out our Patreon page at The Cummins Camper. You'll get early access to all our videos, one-on-one interactions with us. Be sure to subscribe, like this video, and turn on notification. Here is a preview of next week's video, where we're at right now filming for you. Check it out.